Good morning, guys. Oh, I'm so happy to know my friends from Luxembourg are watching. Hi, Muriel. Maybe Julie is there, maybe Jamie, maybe Laurent. Whoever's there, good morning. How are you? And Shane, who's always there in the best sort of way. One of our PAs, he's taking care of us from his house too. Hi, Shane. Yes, I'm having a great day. The sun is shining in Texas, and we've had lots of rain, so everything's really green. And so, yeah, we're having a really good day. I hope you are too. So if I haven't met you, I'm Deborah Jung with Kids Who Care. And right now, while everybody's sheltering, snuggling in their houses and apartments, we wanted to be able to connect to you in the best sort of way. And one of the best ways is to just take a breath and look at some beautiful art and listen to some fun words. And one of the best ways to do that is by looking at children's picture books, which I have a volume of. And if you don't, I highly suggest you should add some to your library. And so today, what we're going to read is hilarious fun and just think good thoughts, because it's a tongue twister sort of day, because we're reading Fox in Socks. Most people know about this guy. Yeah, Dr. Seuss, he's all over the world. And you know what? I'm going to put Kermie in the corner of the chair. I noticed that when he's sitting on my right, I sort of elbow him. So we're going to stick him right here so he can be more comfortable. Get some covers on, Kermie, because it's kind of cool in Texas. It's kind of chilly. So we need some covers. And I've got, did you notice, my frothy coffee? All right, so this is Fox in Socks, and what I love that I've said to you, I think more than once, is to really pay attention to what is on the front side. And I have to say to you, I have read this book over and over and over for years and years, more years than some of you have been alive. And I've read it to kids in my classes, I've read it to my grandkids, and for the very first time, I read something I've never read before. So I have to read you this. It's right on the cover. So if you own this book, you need to go find it, because this is going to blow your mind, or at least it blew my mind. This is really cool. So Dr. Seuss gives us a little warning before we even open the book. He says, this is a book you read aloud to find out just how smart your tongue is. The first time you read it, don't go fast. This fox is a tricky fox. He'll try to get your tongue in trouble. Okay, so wish me luck. Also, I love right up here at the top, never noticed this either till I'm getting to hang out with you, and that is right up here at the very tippy top, right up here in the corner. I've never seen this. It says beginner books. I can read it all by myself. So Dr. Seuss started realizing that these were great books to learn to read from, right? Very clever, very smart, because the books Dr. Seuss and I read from in kindergarten were things like See Jane Run. Not very interesting. Well, Dr. Seuss is interesting. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to turn to the very inside and see, oh, look what's happening. I'm saying to you, you always should look inside the cover. Don't just jump into the book, because sometimes there's little hints for you. This one's a very strong one for me. Take it slowly. This book is dangerous. Oh, it's fun to be safely dangerous, right? I mean, Dr. Seuss isn't going to really create danger. Fox in Socks by Dr. Seuss. Okay, here we go. Oh, what's going to happen? This is cool. Right on the next page, it also says who Dr. Seuss loves. It says, for Mitzi Long and Audrey Diamond of the Mount Soledad Lingual Laboratories, linguistics, what you say, words you use. Yep. They must have been instrumental in helping him. Maybe they helped him get these into schools instead of See Jane. Yeah, it's a lot more interesting way to read. And then he reminds us again, fox in socks. Okay, here we go. Danger ahead. Fox, socks, box, knocks. Feels not so dangerous. Fox, socks, box, knocks. That one I can remember. Have a feeling it's going to get trickier. Knocks in box, fox in socks. Knocks knocks on fox and socks in box. Already I see the danger, you know, standing on somebody's head. Oh dear. Reminds me a bit of the Cat in the Hat. Oh. Socks on knocks and knocks in box. Fox in socks on box on knocks. Don't be tricked by this book if you're going, this is so simple. Be careful. No. So if you're thinking, I'm way too old for this book. This is like a children's kiddie book. No. Stay with us. Chicks with bricks come. Chicks with blocks come. Chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. Look, sir, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. Oh, look who's showing up. Feels like a hilarious parade. I think it needs music. Miss Pam Adair could totally write music for this. Or David Lanza, perhaps. Yeah? Needs a little music. In your head, feel free. I really would like for you to look at Mr. Knox's face. Look at that. You think he's feeling comfy? I don't know. We'll see. First, I'll make a quick trick brick stack. Then I'll make a quick trick block stack. You can make a quick trick chick stack. You can make a quick trick clock stack. Pretty cool. This looks fun, you know, for a day that you're inside or maybe on your front porch or back porch or yard, whatever. This looks quite like something we should do, stacking things. I love Dr. Seuss. And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on fox. Fox on clocks and bricks and blocks. Bricks and blocks and knocks on box. Oh, look especially at this little chick over here. Oh, really, with this book, it's like looking at Find Waldo or something. You just have to keep staring at it for a moment. So I don't want to rush you because really, the pictures are so great. Yep. Look at Mr. Knox's face. Does he look comfortable? He's lying down, but I'm not sure how comfortable he is with these gymnastics. I have some friends, the Cubes, who are wonderful gymnastic people. I bet they could do this. Now we come to ticks and tocks, sir. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, sir. Clocks on fox tick, clocks on knocks talk. 6 sick bricks tick and 6 sick chicks talk. Oh, they're under the covers. Yeah, the bricks tick and the chicks talk. Oh my gosh. If you haven't drawn a Dr. Seuss picture for yourself recently, you should really try this. Please, sir, I don't like this trick, sir. My tongue isn't quick or slick, sir. I get all those ticks and clocks, sir, mixed up with the chicks and talks, sir. I can't do it, Mr. Fox, sir. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Knox, sir. He does look empathetic, doesn't he? Like he needs a new thing. I mean, Mr. Knox is asking for help, and let's see if he gets it. Here's an easy game to play. Here's an easy thing to say. New socks, two socks. Whose socks? Sue socks. Sue! I know ballerinas that can do this. I know kids who can do this. I know all kinds of kids who can totally jump into the room this way. You might try this today. Look at her hair. Oh my heavens. I do love her hair. Oh, she has on socks. Pink socks. She's totally in the spirit of it. Zing! This is why I love kids. That's how they are. Ooh. Who sews whose socks? Sue sews Sue's socks. Who sees who sew whose new socks, sir? You see, Sue sew Sue's new socks, sir. That's not easy, Mr. Fox, sir. Oh, dear. Oh, my. I don't know if she's doing yoga or ballet or just extraordinary at sewing. Look how easy it is for her. Yep, I know some kids who care who can do that with their legs. You probably can too. Okay. Who comes? Crow comes. Slow Joe Crow comes. Who sews Crow's clothes? Sue sews Crow's clothes. Slow Joe Crow sews whose clothes? Sue's clothes. Oh my, you need an up close look of this. Look at this crow. Yep. I'm positive the sounds coming out of his beak would be hilarious. Okay, the sewing is continuing. Whoop! They look like they're being sewn together, right? I don't know. This looks like some wild shenanigans. Oh dear, it's gotten more complicated. Sue sews socks, a fox in socks now. Slow Joe Crow sews knocks in box now. Oh my. Oh dear. Knox is in the box. Oh, I like the fox. I love it. Yeah, our choreographer would totally love this. I love that Sue and Slow Joe Crow have the same sort of confidence on their face. Look at them. They're like, ha, 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 ha. Totally confident. Yep. Just sewing. Oh dear, wait till you see this one. Sue sews rose on Slow Joe Crow's clothes. Fox sews hose on Slow Joe Crow's nose. Hose goes, rose grows, nose hose goes some, crow's rose grows some. So cool. Don't you wish you could talk to Dr. Seuss? I do. That's one of the people I want to talk to. Have a sandwich with or something. I just like to hear how he sounds. Wouldn't you love to hear how he sounds? Mr. Fox, I hate this game, sir. This game makes my tongue quite lame, sir. Mr. Knox, sir. What a shame, sir. Oh, he broke out of the box. Yay. So evidently the thread wasn't so dangerous. He could get out of the box, which, you know, you always want to do when you play games. Once again, he's saying, this is not working for me. Oh, I think it's okay. I think the fox has no problem with this. I think he's thinking up the next thing. Maybe less dangerous. Oh, we'll find something new to do now. Here is lots of new blue goo now. New glue, blue goo, gooey gooey, blue goo, new goo, gluey gluey. Oh, yep. Nothing like some blue goo. Look at Mr. Knox's face. Gooey goo for chewy chewing. That's what that goo goose is doing. Do you choose to chew goo too, sir? If, sir, you, sir, choose to chew, sir, with the goo goose chew, sir, oh, do, sir. Please join him. Look at his teeth. Maybe this is something Mr. Knox would like to do. It's possible. We'll see. Mr. Knox, sir, I won't do it. I can't say it. I won't chew it. Very well, sir. Step this way. We'll find another game to play. No problem. No problem. We have something else to do. We don't run out of things to do. I mean, Dr. Seuss's imagination is like, what? The next thing to do and the next thing. And I think that's perfect for right now. There's no reason to get bored. You know, go read a book, draw a picture, paint a painting, draw on the sidewalk. I mean, there's plenty to do. Bim comes, Ben comes. Bim brings Ben broom. Ben brings Bim broom. Bim bends Bim's broom. Bim bends Ben's broom. Bim bends Ben's bends. Ben's bent broom breaks. Bim's bent broom breaks. Oh, Ben and Bim. Ben and Bim. You know, in the theater we have a violin that is the N, and the M is a viola. So when you play the N and you play the M, they become violins and violas. I don't know if you know that. But my friends, some of my friends at Kids Who Care know this. I mean, consonants are just like an orchestra. Okay, let's see what happens. Ben's band, Bim's band, big bands, pig bands. Bim and Ben lead bands with brooms. Ben's band bangs and Bim's band booms. Bang and boom. And look at this, the pigs. Where did the pigs come from? Good heavens. I love it. You know, you don't really have to have the right things to have the right things. So the broom becomes, what is that called? When you're in the head of the band and you have that beautiful marching stick. Okay, my friends in the orchestra band, Macy Tebow, would you let me know what that is? Oh, a baton. My cameraman just told me. Dexter Adolph Young just reminded me. It's a baton, right? Okay, right. Nice. It's good to have more. It's good to have somebody in the room with you. Oh my. Pig band, boom band, big band, broom band. My poor mouth can't say that. No, sir. No, sir. Ooh, it tricked me. No, sir. My poor mouth is much too slow, sir. Well, then, bring your mouth this way. I'll find it something it can say. Oh, big band, boom band. They're going somewhere else. I'm sure it's not simpler, but we'll see. Luke likes lakes. Luke's duck likes lakes. Luke's luck licks lakes. Luke's duck licks lakes. Duck takes licks. It lakes, looks, likes. Luke takes licks. It takes lakes. Oh dear. Oh, it's dangerous. Luke takes licks and lakes duck likes. It did trick me. Guys, you know what this reminds me of? Daisy, our dog, when we run in a bath and it's getting taller and deeper and higher, it's warm water, and so Daisy, before we take a bath, is in there like she's drinking a cup of coffee or a cup of hot tea. You're going to meet Daisy on Friday. You're going to meet my dog Daisy on Friday, so be sure and come back. Yep. Daisy loves to lick lakes, like a bathtub lake, because it's warm, and it's kind of like her morning coffee, I think, or morning hot tea. I can't blab such blibber blubber. My tongue isn't made of rubber. Mr. Knox, now. Come now. Come now. You don't have to be so dumb now. Ooh. Come on, Mr. Knox. Get some courage. Get some confidence. Just try it. Okay, let's see what happens. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, freezy breeze blew. Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these 3 free fleas sneeze. Yeah, they sneezed. Oh, I've never really looked for the fleas here. See if you can see the fleas. I looked earlier when I looked at this book this morning before you got here, and I couldn't find the fleas. If anybody can, would you please let me know? Would you please? Would you please let me know if you see the fleas? Yeah. I still don't know where they are. This is when I need my grandchildren. They can see stuff I can't see. So Wyatt or Graham, if you were here, I bet you could find them. Next time you're here, or Riley or Carter, I'm sure they could see them. Stop it! Stop it! That's enough, sir. I can't say such silly stuff, sir. Well then, very well, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's have a little talk about Tweedle Beetles. Ooh. You know what I think when I listen to this? Here's the deal. What I've learned by being with Kids Who Care now for, 30-something years, and with kids for longer than that, with kids for a very long time, is that what happens when you become an adult is you can't do this stuff, or you can't be silly. And so I'm just saying to you, there's power in kids, because they remind you can totally do the Tweedle Beetle, right? And they remind us to giggle, and they remind us to stand on our head, or at least try to stand on our head. Really, really. Uh-oh. Do you see the Tweedle Beetles? Oh my gosh. Guys, the Tweedle Beetles. That's new. I've never seen the Tweedle Beetles. How does that happen that I haven't seen them? They're hilarious. Look at their antenna. They're hilarious. Look how happy they are. You can always call in a Tweedle Beetle. Let's see. What do you know about Tweedle Beetles? Well, when Tweedle Beetles fight, it's called a Tweedle Beetle battle. Mm-hmm. And when they battle in a puddle, it's a Tweedle Beetle puddle battle. And when the Tweedle Beetles battle with paddles in a puddle, then they call it a Tweedle Beetle puddle paddle battle. Yeah, they do. Yep, Tweedle Beetle battle. Oh, look. Look at his teeth. Oh my gosh, look up here at his teeth. It's a battle. We're in it for a battle. We play with Nerf toys all the time, and we battle. I mean, I've been in my front yard battling with like Nerf things shooting out. Look at them. They're really battling. I mean, I think it's necessary. to have a Tweedle Beetle battle. You know who could tell me about beetles? I'm guaranteeing it, my 4 grandsons. I mean, if I had said to them, if they were here right now and I'd said, what do you know about Tweedle Beetles? I would just need to listen. I mean, kids know stuff. Now I'm being serious. This isn't kiddie stuff. Kids know stuff. If you need to know about the Tweedle Beetles, just ask a kid. You may want to call somebody. Make sure they're under 18. Look! I have to show you this before I read it. And then I'll read it and show it to you again. Oh my gosh. I do love this so much. When beetles battle beetles in a puddle paddle battle, and the beetle battle puddle is a puddle in the bottle, they call this a Tweedle Beetle battle. Oh dear. They call this a Tweedle Beetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. Oh my. You have to get this book and read it out loud to each other. It's hilarious. Hilarious. I mean, just saying, I gotta say, as I'm saying this, just the rhythm of these words makes me so happy. It is a Tweedle Beetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. Holy guacamole. Ouch. Oh, actually this looks a bit like my 4 grandsons when they come over, when they're all here playing. Then if you added 2 more beetles with paddles, which would be my 2 sons, and then if you add 1 more, which would be my husband, it would be really a Tweedle Beetle battle with paddles and a puddle. And what fun they're having. They're not really hurting each other. If they're really hurting each other, they'd be crying by now and getting out, but they're having fun. Might want to do this. When beetles fight these battles in a bottle with their paddles, and the bottle's on a poodle, and the poodle's eating noodles, you know. And they call this muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle bottle paddle battle. Of course there's a poodle eating noodles. Of course there is. Really? It's Dr. Seuss, for heaven's sakes. Of course it's a poodle eating noodles. You know, what we have done before is just tried to top each other's rhymes. So somebody would say poodle, and somebody would say noodle, and somebody would say squoodle, and I mean, it's really fun to do. You should try it. I mean, I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about Dexter and I mean, grown adults rhyming each other. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Now, wait a minute, Mr. Socks Fox. I don't know. Not sure about the next page. Seriously, I'm not sure. I have read this book a million times, but I wonder what's on the next page. Is he happy? Is he getting testy? Is he ready for me to close the book? I don't know. Let's see. Wait a minute, Mr. Fox. Excuse me, Mr. Socks Fox. When a fox is in the bottle where the Tweedle Beetles battle with their paddles in a puddle on a noodle-eating poodle, this is what they call Tweedle Beetle Noodle Poodle Bottle Paddle Muddled Duddled Fuddled Wuddled Fox in Socks, sir. Thinks he's had enough, you think? This kind of reminds me of maybe my mom, Muzzy, at the end of the day, because there were 4 kids in my family, and there were rainy days where we were inside. That this is probably exactly how she felt. You know, the noise. The noise is good, and the noise is like heavens to Betsy. So maybe while you're snuggling in your house, you might give your parents a break and just be really quiet for a moment. Okay, let's see what happens. Ooh, now the fox is in the battle. He's a bit surprised. Oh. Fox in Socks, our game is done, sir. Thank you for a lot of fun, sir. Everybody is a bit surprised. Yeah? And it looks like, to me, that everybody's surprised except for one soul. Yeah, Mr. Knox looks a bit pleased. I think some people lots of loud sound works with, and some people it's just too much, you know. And there are times lots of sound is too much for me, so just remember that. Okay, let's see what happens next. It's never quite over yet. Ta-da! Don't you think it sounds like he's going, ta-da? Yeah, the fox told you a story. Okay, I'm saying to you, should never, ever leave a page unturned, right? Because always back here, oh, there is something tucked away. Now is your tongue numb? Now is your tongue numb? Probably not. I'm the one reading, unless you were saying some of it with me. Is your tongue numb? It's so good. Hi, Mallory. Mallory, I'm glad to see you. And Melissa. Let's look on the very back, because also what I said to you is I always learn something when I go back to the back. So look at this. Taylor Huffman, are you with us this morning? That makes me happy to re-find you, right? Yes, and on the back, what it says is 10 years ago, Dr. Seuss took 220 words, rhymed them, and turned them out into The Cat in the Hat. A little volume of absurdity that worked like a karate chop on a weary little world of Dick, Jane, and Spot. Yep, that's what they said about him. So, when Dr. Seuss was writing this, he was looking at all the exceedingly boring books there are for kids. Kids were learning to read and the books were boring. Come on, guys. You can trust kids to have a good time. Yeah, I love this one so much. I love this. Oh, dear. Looks like Kermie went to sleep. Kermie? Oh, my. Kermie. He was just resting a little bit. It's really good to lie down and listen to a story too, right? So, Fox and Socks, and I have something I need for you to do for Friday. I want you to be thinking ahead, okay? On Friday, I'm going to tell you the story of the dog with the green tail. Green tail. You know, a tail. And so, Kelly, you may want to join us on this on Friday. I'm going to tell you a story that my Grandmommy Murphy told me. And what I'd love for you to be prepared to do is I really want you to make sure you have your crayons or pencils or paints and paper, whatever is possible, so that when you hear it, you draw a picture of any piece of it or paint a picture, whatever you want to do. And then I'd love for you to send it to me at Kids Who Care. I'm going to give you the address. I'll give it to you today and tomorrow. You can always go to our website at kidswhocare.org to find out our real street address here in Fort Worth. It's 1300 Gendy, Gendy, Fort Worth, Texas, 76107. Because the dog with the green tail I've heard since I was quite tiny, but I've never seen a picture of the dog with the green tail or any portion of the story. So what I'd love for you to be prepared to do is on Friday, bring paper, bring pencils, pens, whatever you like to draw with, because I'm going to look forward to finally seeing pictures of this story of the dog with the green tail, okay? Okay, Lillian, are you listening to that, I hope? Okay, so that's Fox and Socks. I have my cup of frothy coffee that I'm going to zap. I'm going to heat it back up and finish it once we leave. And the other thing I want to tell you that's really cool and really important about what's happening right now in our world is that in Fort Worth, Texas, and maybe in your city, all the restaurants are closed. And I think it's a really good idea, right? Because we just need to stay safe. And so I think that's a good idea. But our friends who own those restaurants, our very dear friends all over the world, if they close their restaurants, that means all the people that work there now are at home. So what Kids Who Care is doing is that with our event on Sunday night, Cooking for Kids, we joined in together to not only help our kids who we raise money so they can come be part of the theater, that's important, but we're also sharing that with the Restaurant Workers Relief Fund. And those guys are gonna get some cash from Kids Who Care. So if by chance you wanna participate in either helping a kid come to be creative at Kids Who Care, or if you wanna help the restaurant servers, then feel free to go to our website at kidswhocare.org or Facebook. You're already there. Check on Facebook. I just didn't want you to miss it, right? Because right now, we got to look around and be helpers. We got to look around and be helpers. So, as I sign off, I've got about a half a cup here of frothy coffee. I'm going to sit here with my friends, and we're going to finish our coffee, and I'm going to look for you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. I'm Deborah Jung, and this is Kids Who Care. Bye, guys. Have a good day.